All right, guys, welcome in. Welcome back to Above Ground World News. We are live. We are in the green. We're also in deep water. Anyway, we got a couple of viewer pictures I'm going to start out with. I didn't have a whole lot of time to get ready. I got tons of articles, tons of stuff to get into. It's like getting overwhelming. We can't keep up with everything going on. But here's a picture sent to me by Scott. He don't live too far away from me. Here was the picture yesterday, and then the picture today. The water is still rising. And I took a bunch of photos. This photo here is coming out of Estonia from Oto. Look at that square cloud. That's not natural. And then here's a picture of the water treatment plant in Clinton, Missouri. This is the nearest town that I live by. Look, they got it sandbagged. The highway is right there. That's 13 highway. That's a major highway. It's getting ready to go down. Thanks for the shot there. And here's another picture from Oto. What is that thing? That's pretty weird looking right there. What is that? So anyway, that's just a couple pictures we're going to start out with. Let me get over on the right scene, and we'll get this party started. No, we just started. I'm running late. I don't have any of the links yet. Here's a little clip we're going to play of what's going on in Platte City, Missouri. I'll get this full screen so you guys can see it and see if we can play it here. This is the flooding that's going on that the mainstream media is not talking about. The flooding should be the number one issue on the programming TV. They should be getting these people prepared. Where's all these people going that are being displaced? Where's all the people from the tornadoes going? Where's all the people from the floods? Where's all the cattle going? People need to share some land so that people have somewhere to take their cattle. And the people, I mean, you're not hearing where to evacuate to. You're not hearing any of that on the mainstream. It's just nuts, man. Look at this. But yet, you see nothing on TV. You know, they might throw in a, hey, it's flooding here or there, and that's about it. And now you got the U.S. disaster aid won't cover crops drowned by the Midwest floods. The Black Hawk military helicopter flew over Iowa, giving a senior U.S. agricultural official and U.S. senator an eyeful of the flood damage below, where yellow corn from ruptured metal silos spilled out into the muddy water. So they're not going to help the farmers. Look at that. What about the farmers? Where are they going? They probably own these farms for generations, but yet there's nowhere for them to go. Where are they going? That's what I want to know. Don't go to the FEMA camp. The water content of Colorado snowpack raises flood concerns. Everybody was making fun of me and calling me a conspiracy nut when I said California was going to get 600 inches of snow. What happened? They got over 50 feet of snow. And now it's fixing to melt. So all the dams are already at like 80 or 98% full, 96% somewhere in there. We'll take a look here in a little bit. So the snowpack statewide is 376% above normal. It looks like my 600-inch forecast was actually a little low. So it's just going crazy. Here's another video of the Lakeside Speedway. I've raced at this track tons of times. My dad used to race at this track. Let's take a look at this video. This is over in Kansas. We don't need the audio there. See if we can full screen that baby. Look at that. You could have some boat races in there now. So yeah, pretty devastating floods. And this should be wall-to-wall coverage. You tune into the Weather Channel for the weather and you get some stupid show. Why all this is going on. Now they're hyping up the hurricanes and all that stuff already. The hurricane weapons. Now we know they admitted to cloud seeding and steering quite a few of these hurricanes. And we know they'll continue to do it. Downtown Burlington floods, another barrier fells in eastern Iowa, Mississippi River expected to drop. What do you mean, drop all the buildings? Well, we're going to try to play that if it will play. So this barrier failed on the 1st, just a couple days ago. I guess it's not going to play for us. Here, I got to copy these. I didn't even have time to copy the links. So where is the mainstream media? How about this? Updated NASA data, global warming not causing any polar ice retreat. Hey, Al Gore, where are you? Where are you, you lying sack of shit? So the polar ice retreat is not really a retreat. Sea level data altered by scientists to create a false impression of rising oceans. Like I said, if you want to read into these, I'll put the links in there as soon as I get done with them. I'm just hitting some headlines right now. Mexico's Popeye Patel just blew 37,000 feet. The largest eruption in years. Look at that picture. That's pretty crazy. That happened today. Let's click the little thing here. So we've had tons of stuff going on. Part of this is caused by the solar minimum. But, you know, some people want to say the climate is not being altered, man. They don't know. Just full of crap anyway. We'll see if that plays. I haven't seen any of this stuff, man. We're looking at this together in real time. So, wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. Italy just went off. So right now we have nearly 400 Missouri roads are closed by the flooding, and it's growing. The major highways are going to start being cut off. Try to get that to reload because that's a pretty crucial article right there. Get that one closed out. See if we can get this to load. Oh, wow. So this was on the fires in Australia, and now it's not loading. Did they take the article down? So it was high-level wildfires out of control, over 300,000 hectares, 740,000 acres up in Canada. Well, they took the page down. They took the page down. Let me go ahead and try to exit some of these. These are all just articles from today. Floodwaters continue to inundate Legacy in eastern Jackson County. I mean, it's just getting worse and worse. They keep saying they're going to open up these dams, and they're not. And I don't know. I can't remember what this article was about. Something to do with the mega cities, probably. A lot of these places where the parks are going in need to find out if that's where the floods are happening. Oh, here's something crazy in North Carolina. A military truck got stuck in a bridge. There was a bunch of military vehicles. Where was they going? What was they doing? Yeah, this is in Virginia Beach. So they got stuck in there. I haven't seen no updated stuff on it yet. I'll get this link for you guys and put it in the description. So where was they going? That looks like more of the generators that we've been seeing and filming. Iceland's radical plan to slow climate change. What climate change? It's climate control. So Iceland has vowed to cut its greenhouse gas emissions by 40%. And that's going to help. What about China and India and all them places? It's not going to help. What'll help is the airplanes stop flying. Turn the NEXRADs off. Ground all the planes. Stop all the cruise ships that create, 1 million cars worth of emissions a day. That's one thing I want to look up. How many cruise liners, the ships, are out in the ocean puking out the bunker fuel? That's probably a lot. Let me copy this. Sorry, I'm kind of lagging here. Like I said, I just got these links up, and then here we are rolling. Multiple Minnesota cities burst all-time low temperature records. I thought we were in a global warming trend, but yet the average temperatures this year are well below the average for everybody. No, I don't want to try nothing. I don't want to turn my ad blocker shit off. Come on. So we might get a second of this before the ad blocker kicks their butt. Here's how you can actually stop climate change. I haven't even looked at this. So what are they talking about here? Here, I got a few ideas. Like I already said, too, stop the planes. Quit building black top roads. Build light-colored roads. Have light-colored roofs. The main thing is the aerosols being deployed in the skies. That's what the climate change is. I'm not going to read that article. We had a tornado in eastern Oregon yesterday. So they confirmed the tornado touchdown in the area of Harney County Sunday. Didn't they have one like back in December? We had tornadoes in some of the strangest spots, and only in America. You're only getting these in America where the weather weapons are a little bit better. And that's what they are, weather weapons. Yeah, so California snowpack 202% of its average. We already went
along
over that.
Highway 50,
Whoa.
among hundreds of manual.
That was loud. More levee breaches. I watched a guy, one of these mainstream guys standing out in the flood water with his waders on. And I'm just thinking, this water is super toxic. Wonder if he's going to get sick. But yeah, I'm surprised he's not in the water, waist deep, faking the news story instead of giving people the real information they need. Like, where are they supposed to go? Where are people going to evacuate? They got time. And guess what? We're not the only ones going through this. You got Iran, 90% flooded. Now you have Italian storms wipe out 2 families. The death tolls rise. This is not Planet X. This is not the solar minimum. This is weather warfare. That's what this is all about. It's the technocrats. Heavy rain, gale force winds, heavy snow cut off Blue Mountains. This is down in Australia. It's going on in every country that has the weather weapons. Everyone. Leveraging the National Bio and Agro Defense Facility. I wanted to dig into this. Somebody sent this to me. because they just got $1.25 billion facility is a biosafety level 4 laboratory that will replace the aging Plum Island Animal Disease Center in New York. They're putting this over in Manhattan, Kansas. So heads up. No telling what might escape this thing. Now, there's been a gas leak health risk over in California. I haven't seen this. Let's read here. A major gas leak struck Marina del Rey, California. Oh, that's back in January. And they're just now reporting on it. All right, I pre-recorded some of the worldview map. I'm gonna let that play while I start trying to get up the weather stuff. So hang on, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us out there. Much love. Yeah, don't forget. I noticed a lot on these mainstream. When they're talking about the storms, they're putting the plague in there. The plague of the storms. Storms are plaguing the Midwest. That's what they're building up to. You got to watch the key words. They always tell us what they're going to do beforehand. So you got to watch that stuff. Anyway, here, let me start this up here, and then I'll be right back. All right, so let's jump right into the worldview map. A lot of people ask me how can they tell the real clouds from the fake clouds, the man-made synthetic clouds. And let's just go take a look right up here. The storm that they have been steering out off the East Coast. You can see the white clouds. These are really not that normal, but the white clouds, like white puffy clouds, are the normal clouds. Like down here in North Carolina, these are normal, fair weather, white puffy clouds. But when you get out here and take a look at the color difference, you have the white, and then you have these synthetic grayish, brownish looking clouds. And when you really zoom in on these, you can see these are all being created by aircraft, even the little ones. This is all man-made. See right here, they're starting to spread out into these cirrus clouds. And you can also go over here and check the base layers, and you can really see they were targeting this in a certain area, laying the tic-tac-toes. We can just keep checking the different layers to kind of see how they were transforming into the clouds. So look at this super grid right here. This is not water vapor. Water vapor, for one thing, doesn't shut off and on, off and on, off and on. And there's no flights that are running that quick. These are all UN or military-based aircraft. You can see this one is really drifting out. So they've already ran this way, and now they're running the other way. But you can see the color difference. So this was a mega spraying operation here to get this system to pull off and head over towards Europe. Now, they usually spray both sides of these things. And look, I can tell because I've been watching these for so long. And you can see the frequencies in the chemtrails. So here's two heavy sprays. Look at the color of that. Just nasty, synthetic, man-made crap. And you can also see the frequencies of the clouds. They're not normal clouds. You get all these weird formations, look like gravity waves, but they're not gravity waves. That is just from the electromagnetics that they're using to steer the heavy metals and the nanoparticles. You can always check these layers and see how they progress. I mean, what do we got here? So one little trail can turn into a big mess of fake clouds. If there was no planes flying up here, we would not have all this junk up in the air, all these aerosols. Now we take a look at this storm that's brewing down here in the Gulf of Mexico. You think they don't have a hand in this? We'll have to check some layers. Yeah, see, they're already seeding it. It's being completely seeded. So they're going to use this system as a weapon, a weather weapon. You can see these synthetic colors, all man-made. This is all aircraft making these trails. You know, here's one getting ready to fly the X's, but all this weird looking color is all coming out of the drones and aircraft. They're already starting to drift. Look at the colors of that. This is in no way a natural cloud formation. It's not water vapor. It's full of heavy metals, most likely coal ash. I mean, without flying up there behind it to test it. And they do that. NASA does do that. I use that clip all the time where they say the chemtrails today, this week, this month, are worse than all the chemtrails throughout aviation history. You know, they tell you that they're trapping the heat in and they're reflecting the sunlight out. They are the climate controllers. Now we still have our ship trackers. In fact, we got some really heavy, super heavy aerosols being deployed out here via these ships. We'll add the layer. All you do is go to add layers, go into the search box, type 3.7. Then you want to use the cloud effective radius 3.7 microns. Click that, and you can exit out of there and wait for it to load. And boom. So here is your super sprayers out here. They're also down here off the coast of the Bajas. I just wanted to look real quick. I thought I seen some down here off the coast of Argentina. It's really hard to pick up right now. So here's where the big shipping operation is, the bunker fuel. And then you have the aerosols being deployed up to the north from the planes. Now this isn't all the way loaded yet, so we're not going to get the rest of that layer. So what do we look for? We know when they're cloud seeding, or they're seeding a couple days out ahead, like they are here in Florida. Florida, we have tons of aerosols being deployed. Look at the colors of these. These are fake synthetic clouds. We can click the layers and see exactly the spraying operation started there off the coast of Florida. And you just got to kind of play with the layers. Look at this real thin line. That's all turning into aerosols. See, we can follow these on out. And then we get into the reflection of the sun. If you just look here off the coast of Florida, they're seeding. They're getting ready to steer the system this way. So you had a big X. Click your layers and you can see how it just grows into a system. There would not be a cloud in the sky here if it wasn't for these guys deploying the aerosols. You're also spraying down here. So you also have some kind of weird little spraying operation right out here in the middle of the Atlantic. And of course you got all the aerosols everywhere. And over here off the coast of Morocco and the coast of Spain, we got some really weird cloud formations going on. It looks like we have a weather program going on out here. Was let this load. Major spraying operation. Let me click this layer here. Of course, you get the sun reflection in there. Whoa. That is a man-made system. You can even see the trails in there. But it looks like they're trying to create like a mini cyclone. And look at the aerosols. Holy moly. Look at that. We'll let that load up clear because that is crazy. So that's about as clear as we can get it. But look at this aerosols that are being deployed out here. Heavy spray. So it looks like France has been, and the Netherlands have already been sprayed. So now the system's coming up. The UK, you're doing okay today. Looks like some aerosols are headed for Norway and Sweden. What is this down in the Baltic Sea? That looks like a sky demon. His hands, his eyes, his mouth. They tell a story. Got one trail, but that looks just like a sky demon telling us a story. Little short segmented sprays out here. See, they can't hide it. It shows the faces in the clouds. In fact, I've seen one. Pretty sure it was, yeah, down here where they're modifying the weather for Argentina. Yeah, that looks weird right there. That looks like some kind of demon with horns. There's the eye, the mouth. And we spot these all the time. And it's because they're working for the dark side. They're creating these weather systems. Now there's one place on the planet that very rarely gets direct spray, and that's what we're looking at right now. But look right off the coast. So you have a major spraying operation. In fact, some of the data is not here, going right over Cyprus. Let's try clicking the layer, and yeah, definitely big time spraying operation. This is going on worldwide, so that's going up into Turkey and all the way up into Georgia. And we know Iraq is working with some tons of weather modification going on right now. I hear in Abu Dhabi, look, they're doing some cloud seeding right now over the United Arab Emirates. You know, we know they're doing a weather program right now in Iran using their new ionospheric technology. Check the Global Climate Trading Company. So they're definitely using a bunch of cloud seeding operations. So just mega weather programs going on out here. So they're using the cloud seeding, and they're also steering the atmospheric river right over Iran. You don't get a straight line cloud formation like that unless you are pulling it. You can see over here in Saudi Arabia, they have some natural white puffy clouds. A few aerosols here and there, but mainly natural clouds. Then you get over here, and then you're seeing the complete fabrication of the skies. We'll just take a quick look at our friends down here in the outback, down here in New Zealand, Australia. Now they had these ship tracks just a few days ago, and now they have fabricated storms. They're pulling the atmospheric river up. Looks like, you know, nothing too crazy is going on in New Zealand until you zoom in. And we have a tic-tac-toe board of aerosols being deployed over New Zealand and between the two land masses. So they're getting fabricated weather also. Now we know a couple days ago the Sea of Japan, North Korea, South Korea was just getting bombarded. We can see them spraying up there, but look at this. This is in no way a normal cloud formation. We can see the aerosols, but look what we have here. We have another demon in the clouds. Look at that, looking towards South Korea. That is in no way a normal cloud formation. That's why I'm always saying this is a battle between the good and the evil. And we always see these demons in the sky. Look at this circle. Tons of aerosols. And you have spraying operations up in Russia. And of course we can see these ship tracks from yesterday down here off the coast of Baja. And one thing I noticed is the aerosols were being deployed over the Bajas all spring from January on. They were just heavy spraying here. And now it's to the ship tracks. Now we just have the ship tracks. And then just the heavy aerosols all across Arkansas, Missouri. So that covers the worldview map for tonight. Look up here in Lake Michigan. Just nasty fake clouds. Super thick liner going through Alabama. All man-made. We picked up tons of sky demons out there tonight on the worldview map. They tell the story. They tell you who's really running the weather. Anyway, we're taking a quick look at the forecast models. And we're just going to go up a few hours here, just kind of see what's coming. Severe storms here for the Arkansas, Mississippi border there. Here in about 12 hours. And the map's just pretty much a rerun from yesterday. Heavy rains right there in the Leavenworth area, right where it's already flooded, up in Minnesota, and right here in my neck of the woods. And I tell you what, they are completely lying about the height of Truman Lake. In fact, let's take a quick look right there. They're saying it didn't go up zeros. They said it didn't go up any feet today. It was way up today. It was way up today from yesterday. And we also have other people that I showed the photos. If I got them up here. Let me see here. I may not have them up anymore. Let me see if I can dig that back out here. Yeah, I showed some viewer pics in the beginning. Let me see if I can hit the right scene. There we go. These were from Oto out of Estonia. But here was Truman Lake yesterday, and you can see the sign, it's just right at the water. And then here's today. It's getting deeper and deeper every day. And I took videos too, the square cloud formation with the frequencies. This come out of Estonia. Thanks Odo for sending them. Thanks Scott for sending the other photos. And then here is the water treatment plant, or the water, the water plant there in Clinton, Missouri, just right across from the golf courses, across the road, which is half underwater. And you can see they got it all sandbagged off. Pretty sure that's the water treatment plant. I'll have to look. I'll look at that. I might be wrong, but if that is, that's 13 highway right there. The highway's about to go underwater. It's insane how full it is. So they're definitely lying about the releases of the water, at least here in Missouri. They're definitely lying. This definitely went up. And it's already at the 740. Full pull is 740. And it's saying we're at 739.64. I'm going to say we're right at 740. I mean, we're within less than, that's like 5 inches from being to the full bore. But yet they want to try to release the water. Where is it going to release to? We still have rain coming in. Let's go over here and check California. Look, they're all still on 98%. And they're getting ready to have a heat wave that's going to melt the snow. Where's this water going to go? Will they warn the people? Where are the people going to evacuate to? So they're showing Shasta kind of leveling off, but man, no room to spare. And then you got let's check this Trinity. Showing that one leveling off. So, from my point of view, they're all lying. They're holding back what the levels really are. We need people on the ground to start checking our dam levels. Find a stationary object, take a picture, go back the next day, take a picture, send them to us, agwnnews@gmail.com. That way we can know the truth. So I've had 2 people verify, myself and one other person sent me photos to show that this number right here is a lie. It definitely changed since yesterday, and it changed a lot. But they're not telling anybody. Let's go ahead and check. Here, I'll just go down through some of these that really stick out. And these aren't even all the lake levels. I mean, it's just crazy. Let's see if we can find some there in Texas. 4 feet from going over. Or actually, that's 4 feet above flood stage in Aquila. Oregon, 37 feet above. Why don't they put the plus minus signal on here? Most of them aren't even reported. Here's one in Georgia, 0.29 from being, it's 0.29 above. See, they don't give you the plus sign there. It's like all these lakes, like probably 85% of them are above where they should be. How's these old infrastructure, the old dams, going to be able to hold this in? It's not going to be able to hold it in much longer. Will the mainstream come around and start, telling people where they can go when they come wipe their house out? What about all the farmers? What are they going to do for the farmers? They can't grow any crops, and we're talking mega farmers. I mean, these numbers, when you look at this, are just staggering. Here's one right here, 45 feet above Stampede, California. So it's 45 feet above the full pool. Here's another one, Union Valley, California, 40 feet above average. Waco, Texas, 9 feet above full pool. So all these rivers are full. I mean, look at this map. The black is high. There's probably a lot more black. Like we seen yesterday when we went to the USGS, they were lying on their information too. So the only people we can trust is ourselves. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And I don't have, okay, now I can see you guys. I didn't have chat where I could see it. This looks just like the last 6-7 days in a row. Same starting point. We still have the ships out here dropping the bunker fuel. We still have the aerosols being deployed. Look at that heavy storm there in Florida. Boy, that thing really shot off. That doesn't even look natural. It looks like it come out of the lake right there. I mean, that thing was like a blowtorch. And all them heavy aerosols were right there. So these are coming in, sucking to the aerosols. So yeah, this does not look any different than yesterday. I want to go ahead and check the some water vapors. All right, we're done with that. All right, let's check the radars while that's loading. We hit play here. We'll see what kind of watches and warnings we got. And we got some funny business going on right there at the border of Arizona and California. Then you had the military NEXRADs spiking out all over California. We had tornadoes in New Mexico, tornado warnings. You know, they really should turn these flood into a different color so they stand out more. I mean, this is just mega. Look at all the flooding going on over here. Flood warnings now for that's Nebraska. And the rain's hitting the same rivers over and over and over. They're not letting up. It just keeps coming. Yeah, it looks like we're in the green as far as the streaming here, so I don't know if it's YouTube that's buffering it. Let's go ahead and check the aerosols and get this plan. Let me get it where we can see it just a little bit better. So really, if anybody can do some, hey, thanks there, Rhonda Long. Thanks everybody out there that helps us out, keep this operation going. Thanks out there, Bamboo. Much love. Thanks out there, Christy. You guys are here every night for me. Much love out there. So we can definitely see the aerosols being deployed in all these systems. They got this thing lined up on a line. They like took a string line and ran it straight up, and that's how they fire off all these storms. See the heavy aerosols. Look where the aerosols are being deployed. That's where they're pulling the moisture to. Look, it looks like they're trying to steer the system that's down in Mexico on over. So it looks like they're trying to go to the Canadian model. And look at that grid. Super grids across Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio. Oh yeah, and in the lake levels up here, in the Great Lakes, they're all super high, historic high. Pretty soon the water is going to start running backwards on these major, look at that spraying operation. Man, they're just hitting these same spots. Oh, so yeah, there's a GoFundMe out there. I forgot to put that in here. Here, yeah, thanks, Bamboo, for sharing that out there. There's a link for Dawn's GoFundMe to help her with her things in order. If you can spare, she will be grateful. I think she got hit by lightning or something like that, and I was going to add that in last night and forgot about it. So thanks out there, Bamboo, for let me get that link from you, and I'll put that in the description. If you're over here on YouTube, just click the link to the YouTube, and you should be able, my link should be in the description on all this stuff, so you can get here. I know there's people watching here on Twitch, DLive, Facebook, wherever the stream will go. I keep forgetting about the Discord. I'm going to try to get that thing running soon, and then we'll have a full-time general chat over there. We'll have a separate chat for the mods, so if we want to have any kind of meetings or anything like that, and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and put this on the west so that we could see the bunker fuel being deployed. Got to document this stuff. You know, we need to help the farmers somehow. We need to find out where are they taking their animals during this flood. Is there somewhere they can take them? Where are the people going? Where are they evacuating to? You know, where is the high ground in your neighborhood? If something breaks, if some dams start breaking like a domino, or we have a big earthquake, which I can't even believe we haven't had an earthquake. That is stuff we need to know beforehand. You know, we know they're not going to give us any kind of warning time. So it's up to us to find this out, and then we try to share the information out. All right, so first I'm just trying to get this to load so we can watch the aerosols. And hopefully one of these days I'm gonna find some kind of cheap mask, and I'm gonna see if we can have a logo put on there, the above ground world news logo or something. I'll come up with that. Hopefully we'll get some time to build a site and try to get that running. You know, we just can only do what we can do with the little bit of time that we have. So heavy aerosols all out here in the Pacific, and we put this on the microphysics, and we're gonna see these ships out here. The ships deploying the most toxic emissions on the planet just for the weather. It's not to hide the missiles. So all these white lines, if you can see all these grid patterns, them are all ships. The dark blue lines, that's the aerosols from the planes. They're creating a two-part mix out here. You got the guys down below and the guys above. As above, as below. So I don't even know if this thing's going to load. Let's go ahead and put this on the Canadian model while that's loading. Sorry about my coughing and crap. I don't have a mute button unless I go click it, and it's a delay, so sorry about that. All right, so this one, when we watch the aerosols being deployed, and surely it's going to take a while to load. Everything's taking a while to load right now. Yeah, I'm kind of in the red right now, but I'm trying to load a lot of stuff here. All right, so this is the Canadian model, and let's see what's going on with that storm there in the south. There we go. We got to wait again. All right, so we're watching this system down here. And it really shouldn't have been that bad, but here we go. Low pressure of 1,000, heavy rain. So yeah, their model has not changed a whole lot. It turns into a land cyclone going right up the Mississippi River Valley. And it's going to sit there and spin and hit the Missouri River, the Mississippi River, the Ohio River. This is not going to be good once this thing goes through. So you're going to get some rain down there in Florida, and then the thing, it just sits there, and this storm's not even kicking it out. And look at that thing there. You're looking at almost 10 inches of rain on the storm the 12th. Now, on the American model, that's where it looked like a storm was going to come up and hit the Florida Panhandle, and now it's not showing up on this one. In fact, I probably ought to go check that real quick and just see if they change it. They rarely change these models. If they change the models, then yeah, that's the storm that was supposed to get real wicked. And we'll see what it does now. So now it's not doing anything. It just kind of fizzled out. And that's exactly where they're spraying the aerosols today. But this is, you know, around Wednesday. And there's that low pressure. So up there in Virginia, you guys are going to get pretty flooded. The East Coast is going to get flooded too. Maybe they're trying to equal the weight out with the water. So now they're going to start flooding the East. Tons of rain. We're not going to have much sun this summer. It's going to always be raining. They got the whole weather pattern just freaked out. Anyways, this thing runs through. I think we're going to call this the show. I want to thank everybody out there that shares this information, shares the information to the people, and hopefully I can do my part by waking people up. That's the whole thing. We need an army of people awake to what's really going on. Thanks everybody out there that helps keep this operation going. Thanks everybody out there in the chat, over on D Live, everybody out there, much love. We're going to play a song called Rise, because eventually we're going to have to rise. If we don't rise, it will be all over, and then you'll wish, man, I wish we would have done something. So we're simply running out of time. Anyway, guys, much love. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. So let's turn this up, crank it up, let's rise, and we'll play the fight song. Much love out there, guys. Be safe. Help somebody out. We need to spread good energy. Do something nice for somebody. Anyway, guys, much love.